Hello YouTube, this is Super Person, and I'm here to talk about what I've learned from lucid dreaming. You're probably asking yourself, what could you possibly learn from lucid dreaming, right? I mean, it's in your dreams, so you can't really learn any life lessons or anything. I mean, I'm not saying I've learned super deep life lessons from lucid dreaming, but I've learned a couple things. Just kind of things I've learned basically from like what lucid dreaming is and what you can expect and like how reality is funky. That's the best way to describe it. Um, so anyway, let me get right into the what I've learned from lucid dreaming. Like the top things I've learned while lucid dreaming. Um, I guess the top five things I've learned while lucid dreaming, being like the most obvious to me, the most important. Okay, number five. It's a lot harder to do things than you think when you lucid dream. Like when everyone becomes lucid, for example, they think, well, I'm going to fly and I'm going to do whatever I want. Well, you can. There's no physical barriers, but now it's all mental barriers. And you have to like really believe you can do these things. So for example, I fly in my dreams just normally. So I thought I'd try doing transforming into a dragon in one of my lucid dreams. And it's really hard. And it's because I told myself I couldn't do it. Like, I was talking to this guy who looked like Loki from the Avengers, and he we were getting attacked by zombies, or random people, not even zombies, just random people. Like that's gonna be next one. Okay, I was attacked by random people because we're having a nice calm conversation, and then randomly they attacked me, and he jumped out the window and was starting to attack them, and he shouted up to me to turn into a dragon. I looked at him like, that's a lot easier said than done. And right when I said that, I do myself to failure, because when you do anything in your dream, you have to believe you can do it, and then you can do it. If you say, I can't do it, then you can't do it. That's basically how dreams work. So number five is, it's hard to do things in lucid dreams unless you really believe you can do them. So my tip for that is believe you can do it. Like if you want to fly, go, I can fly. Don't say, oh, I'm never going to be able to fly. It's going to be so hard to do. No, 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 no. You have to be like, I can fly and fly. Or what I should have done was when he said, turn into a dragon, I've been like, all right. And I should have just said that, and I would have turned into a dragon. Instead, I sat there, bent on my hands and legs, going, nothing was happening. And that's exactly why nothing happened. So that's number five. Number four, when you're in a lucid dream, when you're doing nothing in a lucid dream, your dream realizes this and makes action happen. To kind of elaborate on what that means is that it's like with my dreams at least. I'm not saying this is like universal, but I warn my brother and everyone else about this anyway because I feel like maybe it is. When you're doing nothing, for example, like with me and Loki, we were talking in this little room and we're just having a nice, calm conversation, and nothing was happening. I wasn't thinking of anything else. We were just talking, and that was nothing else but talking. And because I wasn't doing anything actiony or moving, I was just talking. My dream or my subconscious, I believe, picks up on this. And it forces me to do something. It forces me to move. It gives me some kind of conflict or action. And in that example, those people attacked me. Another example, if I was in the school one time and I ran to this old guy and asked him if he had seen a blue dragon anywhere. And he's like, yeah, yeah. He's like, shh, in the gymnasium. And I was like, okay. And I went to the gymnasium and I was kind of casually going over there like, yeah, I got this. And all these people started to like grab me and try and hold me back because they didn't want me to go in the gymnasium. And I'm like, really? Really? Don't do that now. I'm busy. And that's sort of an example of it. What is another example? I have a few of these. I can't remember. Well, okay, so I can't think of any other examples. I've done. There's too many dreams in my head at once. But basically, if you do nothing in a dream, your dream will give you something to do. Like talking for my dream subconscious isn't anything. So I can only talk for a period of time before my dreams. Like either you wake up, you shift scenes. They sent some kind of conflict towards me, be it people, monsters, anything. Like in one dream I was by this lake and I was trying to get my guide to come, and I was kind of shouting, which I'm going to warn you right now, shouting does not work, it's disrespectful, and I shouldn't do it. I was shouting and he didn't come, and I was like, this is boring as hell. And then, what do you know, in the lake, because I wasn't doing anything, I was just sitting there walking casually. That's not any real action. I wasn't interacting with anything or doing anything extraordinary. My dream subconscious dragged out like a sea monster and it started to attack me. So it made me action, like do something. So like I said, number four is if you're not doing anything productive, or at all interesting, your dream will give you conflict or some kind of action to push you forward. So I don't know if that means if you're talking to someone, that'll happen to you. Like, maybe, I don't know, just saying. It's happened to me all the time. So that's 4. Let's see, it's all the top of my head, so I'm trying to come up with this. People write like scripts for these things, and I don't do that. I don't even edit this, obviously, since I stutter and all my sentences are messed up. I'm not sure how people edit it. All I do is put a little thing in the beginning, and that's all I know how to do. And that's even annoying enough to do at times. Okay, 4. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is you can taste things in a dream, and they can taste just like real life. People like, it's kind of an interesting thing. You can okay, I'm gonna say 3 is you can feel your 5 senses in a dream, and that's what makes dreams so interesting. Obviously, we didn't know how about lucid dreams is that it feels like real life. So, in one lucid dream, I had a bean burrito, and I was eating this bean burrito, and I was chewing away at it, and I wasn't even really super lucid in that dream because I wasn't fighting the fact I was eating something. What a waste of time, right? I was eating the bean burrito, and then in the bean burrito, I realized there were like all out of nowhere the beans just disintegrated, and I wasn't paying attention. And it turned to like all peppers, and I'm not gross. And I was eating, I was like, I could clearly taste there was something wrong with my burrito. I look at it and I was like, am I eating peppers? But I didn't freak out about it. Where in real life I'd be like, this is disgusting, and practically vomit and run away. I was like, oh, okay. I think I even took another bite just out of curiosity, and it tasted like peppers, and I'd never even ate a pepper, really, in a long time, ever. So, I don't even know what they taste like. My mind created peppers. But it's kind of interesting that, like, this is about, okay, it's number 3, the 5 senses. So, you can taste, see, touch, smell, hear, perceive in your dream, in your lucid dream. So, whenever I go lucid, I like to test this. So, like, in one dream, I wanted to see how cold the floor was, so I went down and like touched the tiles, and the tiles felt just like tiles, just as cold as tiles should be. It had the little bumps that this magical tile had, and I tested like if I taste the same, so I licked my finger and it tastes like a finger. That's a weird thing to test, but there was nothing else to do. So licked my finger, it tasted normal. Like I moved my hair out my face, I could feel my hair moving out my face. I breathe normally. I can feel heat. I just had a lucid dream this morning, and I was in like a savanna, and I could clearly feel the heat of the air around me, which I'm in Michigan. It's still winter pretty much here, so that was a really nice change of pace. I was lucid. I'm like, thank you. Yay, heat. Let's see what else. You can taste, you can hear things, you can smell things, you can smell any aroma. It's kind of interesting that you can smell things. So that's basically number 3. Number 2 is I can feel pain in a dream. I'm not going to say you can, but what I've learned from lucid dreaming, my top 5 is that number 2, like a higher one, is I can feel pain in a lucid dream. Where in normal dreams, the pain kind of varies from like pressure to kind of hurting. Lucid dream pain literally hurts. Maybe not to the extent that the object is inflicting on me. Like if I'm getting stabbed, I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what being stabbed feels, but it is uncomfortable and it hurts. Not so much if you watch Jiz Edwards' channel, where he said that he was being tortured and he like vomited and it was the worst pain he ever felt. I haven't felt that much pain before. I have felt pain. Clearly, I have felt pain, and it hurts. But not so much that I'm afraid I'm going to die. And I'm lucid when it happens. So for example, when I was being chased, okay, not being chased, I'm always chased by something. When I was sitting with Loki, right, having a conversation, those people came and attacked me. Well, he ended up like running up because they were like down, like he jumped out the window to attack the people, and he shouted to me, turned to a dragon. I said, that's not going to happen. And they ran up, went into the door, and was like coming in with spears. And I climbed out the window and tried to get away from the window because I was terrified of their spears, because I was lucid and I was well aware that would hurt like hell if I got stabbed. And at one point, one of them cut me, and it felt like I had been cut, and it hurt. And I was like, I don't want to be stabbed by them at all. No. Not at all. I've been hurt in other dreams too. I've been shot before. But that was in a normal dream, so it wasn't like it felt like really bad. I was shot in my lung like 6 times, and I couldn't breathe out that side. Didn't die, obviously. What else? What other pain have I had? I've fallen from really great heights. I've never drowned, because I usually just naturally, you can breathe underwater, unless I guess you think you can't. But anyway, I'm getting off. what I'm trying to say is that number two top things I've learned from lucid dreaming is you can feel pain in some form. I had a tattoo once in a dream, and I could feel the pain of a tattoo. I've never had a tattoo in real life. Never. I want one, and I don't know why that was dreaming about it, but I asked the dude in the dream, like, hey, what does the tattoo pain feel like? This is the best opportunity since I'm dreaming. He's like, oh, okay, and he pulled my arm and started to do it, and it hurt. A bit. It was uncomfortable, so kind of interesting. People like, I watch James Edward channel, he's had questions of like, can you feel pain in a dream? And I agree with him. You can feel pain. Your mind can do anything. Can you die in a dream? Yes, you can die, technically. I'm sure you can die in a dream. I've never died. I'm not saying you die in real life because you died in a dream. I'm saying that you can fall, hit the ground, die, then go to some kind of like another dream world where you think you're dead and you're a ghost. You know what I'm saying? The dream was shift. You're not dead. Your just subconscious is going along with it. Dying in a dream will not kill you in real life unless you have some condition that's killing you in real life, and you happen to die in your dream and then die at real life at the same time. It wouldn't be the dream killing you. It would be the condition you already had. You know what I'm saying? Good. Okay, and number one, the main thing I've learned from lucid dreaming all this time now is your subconscious will screw you over again and again and again and again. Yeah, that's basically that's like my major thing with lucid dreaming is my subconscious is a biscuit to me. And that's basically because when I lucid dream, I basically do this to talk to my guide. Because I'm trying to get in ties with my guide more. I mean, I talk to him almost daily, but complicated things with my guide. So I really try and talk to him through lucid dreams more than anything else. And he rarely comes in them. He's come in them like 3 times now, because he just came recently. But it's really rare. So the point I'm saying this is that whenever I try and get my guide to come, my subconscious will screw me over. A lot. Because for some reason, I'm not sure because, I mean, if he's all made up in my head, then my subconscious... Okay, if he's all made up in my head, my subconscious could make him instantly, right? I don't know why my subconscious doesn't just go, you know, hey, I want to talk to my guide. Poof, guide! I don't know why it doesn't work like that. I mean, that gives me a little bit of, like, realism. Yay, maybe he's real, you know, maybe I'm not insane. Maybe he is real because I can't subconsciously create him. But then you think on the other side of that, well, I subconsciously don't believe I can create him, so my subconscious will not create him. See what I'm saying? But, I get off subject. Okay, but, okay, so, like, whenever I try and talk to my guide in a dream, or in a lucid dream, whenever I go lucid, this is pretty much every time I go lucid, by the way. When I go lucid, for example, today, just this morning, I had like 3 lucid dreams in a row. Gotta love dialed. Mild, wild, whatever. I do dream exit lucid dreaming, but it was sort of it wasn't a wild, really? Was it a wild? I don't know. Oh, I also did a reality check in one dream to make me lucid, but my point is that, okay, in today's dream, after I got attacked by the tiger in the hot savannah desert, and I did a technique so I wouldn't die. Okay, I didn't want to get hurt. The dream shifted, and I was like in this big warehouse, and I was like, oh, okay, and I hadn't really thought about contacting my guide yet, because I guess my lucid consciousness wasn't huge. At that point, I was actually super conscious and aware, and I had been the rest of the dream, but I hadn't really considered it, and I was like, oh, I'm like, well, and I wasn't really thinking about my guide to this big tall guy with like a statue face, a big round statue face, looked kind of like creepy, walked up to me and said, he'll meet you at the greenhouse with the green roof. I'm like, or the house with the green roof. I think he said greenhouse. It didn't look like a greenhouse to him. He said, he'll meet me at the house with the green roof. I'm like, that's the first time my subconscious had been, like, forward about my guide meeting me. I'm like, okay. So I found the house, went inside the house after a while looking for it, and guess what was there? Not my guide. Some lady. Yeah, some lady. Subconscious screwing me over. I'm not going to say what she said, that's more personal, but she screwed me over. And then a couple days before that, had a lucid dream, went downstairs, thought my guide might be there. Who's downstairs in the seat of the chair? A little girl. And the little girl proceeds to tell me that my guide wants to talk to me, but I have to go find him. I'm like, really, subconscious? Really? Why is this little girl here? I always complain to my subconscious whenever this happens. I'm like, really? I'm like, because I know these people aren't real. I'm not going to give them, like, any sort of dignity or anything. I'm like, come on, really? You're not real. Do you have to do this? Like, out of anybody, why do you come? Why does my guide not just come? Whatever. But But like, you know, if you try to talk to your guides, your higher self, God, whatever, I'm just saying your subconscious will screw you over multiple times. Literally, almost every dream I have, my subconscious is screwing me over. Like the one time when I talked to the old guy and asked me if he saw a dragon, I ran to the gymnasium, the people started grabbing my legs. Well, they grabbed my legs because they were trying to screw me over. Don't worry, I was screwed over right after that again, so it doesn't even matter. I was screwed over, how many times? Oh my god, I've been screwed over in like every lucid dream in the sense that my subconscious screws with me. It does, so often. It's annoying. Like me closing a door going, I'm going to go where I want to go. Where he'll be at, and it'll be done with this nonsense, this cat and mouse game I've been doing for a while. Open the door. Not where I wanted to go. Somewhere different. Okay, go through. Hey, look, it's Loki again. What the fudge is Loki doing there? It's like, go away, Loki. So yes. The top 5 things, which I can't remember number 5 now. Yeah, so number 1 is the fact that your subconscious will screw you over. Number 2 is you can feel pain in the dream. Number 3 is your senses. There are senses going on there. You have all your little senses. Senses. I can touch things. I can't remember the other 2 because I'm literally just making them up in my head. So that's what I've learned from a lucid dream. Like the top 5 things I've learned while lucid dreaming. I need to do more videos like that. Like top 5 things what you should do when you're lucid dreaming, shouldn't do. Things to save your butt when you're being chased by something in a lucid dream. You know. So that is that video. Thanks for watching this. I hope it wasn't probably helpful. It was probably entertaining. I hope it was entertaining. I mean, yeah, I don't do the cutaways. I don't do lots of movement. I mean, I move a lot, but that's just because I'm fidgety. So I hope this was helpful in some way. And I'm going to make another one at some point. And thank you guys for watching.